Shallows, guys. Welcome back. Yes, I know. I said I wasn't gonna probably be doing a video on anything else new besides anime wise, for a second. But I just went and checked out this movie called Talk to Me. So I lied. it was a it was a horror film, thriller, you know, uh very disturbing some moments. It was pretty straight. I mean, it was kind of mid. It was kind of mid. I ain't gonna lie. Like me personally, I could tell what was gonna happen next. I first foreseen, the fucking outcome and everything. It was pretty generic to me as far as a horror film. Nice little short piecer. Um, it was a little under 2 hours. Um, but yeah, fucking. It was about these kids, these group of friends. They discovered his hand that can, conjure. Uh, it's like a stoned hand or whatever you grasp on, and you pretty much allow the evil spirits that they conjure up to their vicinity, pretty much, and talk. They talk as the evil spirit. Evil spirit takes over their body pretty much for a minute, and all the kids pull out their phone and record shit like that, and they got obsessed with it. And you know what happens when you fuck with evil spirits for so many times that it marks its territory. It makes it self known, and that's what happened pretty much with this one. Um, you fucking, you know, you got the main actress, fucking Mia, which is played by Sophie Wilde. She's she's like the main character in this. She's fucking traumatized by her mother's death that happened when she was younger, and I guess she like her mother left him a note saying how she loved her, didn't want to leave her, didn't mean to leave her like that and shit, and pretty much haunts her. She comes back through the hand and haunts her, and then you got fucking um the other supporting character Jade, which is her best friend, and Jade ends up letting letting the kids come do the shit at her house. They have a little kickback, and her brother ends up doing her little brother, Riley ends up doing the shit. And these kids, they're all in high school and whatnot. And her little brother's like maybe 15, 14, something like that. And yeah, the spirit that he gets a hold of ends up, you know, taking over his body for like permanently, and tries pretty much to kill himself, makes him kill himself and hurt himself in general. And you know, the whole gist of the story was to fucking try and save the little brother, and Mia was so stuck on talking to her mother, and getting that reasoning of why she did it, why she killed herself, like her dad told her she did. And the dad's name's Max, by the way, which is played by, I'm sorry, Marcus Johnson. All these actors are unknown. They're like probably some upcoming actors you really won't peep. They're all young and shit. You could tell that the budget on this film was minimum because it wasn't too many different sceneries. It was a select few, a couple houses, and then the fucking hospital and shit. But yeah, it was like I said, man. It was more disturbing than like a thriller and shocking to me. Like I said, I foreseen everything that was gonna happen. Like her fucking and her end up going crazy. Mia end up going crazy, and everybody, turning against her and putting it to make it seem like she's crazy, and she ends up killing her dad. She thinks the fucking evil spirits are after her from what her fucking dead mother has told her, and she ends up fucking, you know, kills her dad. All types of crazy shit. And then the ending was even more fucking the ending was like you knew it was coming. It wasn't a shocker, that she ends up dying. Mia ends up being the one that dies. And they show at the end they show her reaching out for a hand in the darkness, and she's pretty much the new spirit, new evil spirit that's being conjured up. They show these I don't even know what they are, Arabic or whatever. But they're talking a different language, and they say the words, "Let me in," as they're grasping onto the hand, and that's when she realizes she's dead. Like cause she ended up at the end. This is the end scene. She ends up before she dies. She ends up at the hospital trying to save Riley, and thinks the only way she can do it is by killing him, because the evil spirit's taking over his body, like he's long gone, he can't be helped type of deal. But she ends up, killing herself, and it was a little, like I said, it was a little short and dandy horror film, nothing too complex to it. Pretty, like I said, pretty generic in my opinion. It wasn't like a terrible film, but it was just, it was shit you seen before type of deal. The only thing new about it was, they conjured up evil spirit through a hand, a stone hand, and like, we're able to, allow these spirits into their body for a certain amount of time without, actually letting them take over. Besides fucking Riley, which is, a given. He's a younger kid, his mind hasn't really, developed yet. The other kids really haven't developed yet either. They're fucking maybe like 16, 17, maybe 18. Who knows? But yeah, it was a pretty solid, solid horror film for what they had, for the tools they had. I wouldn't, rant on about these guys how you should see it and shit. I mean, it's whatever you guys think, honestly. It's definitely something that I would say you'll forget about after this year or in a few months. Like, honestly, it was It looked hyped up, but yeah. Now that Portuguese movie that's coming out, that shit looks dope. That shit like it's gonna be pretty decent. The fucking that last exorcism shit that came out with Russell Crowe as the Pope or whatever. That was garbage. That was pure garbage. But this next one that comes out, it got potential. I might actually go see that shit like first day it come out type of deal. But like I said, man, leave some comments, like and subscribe, support the fucking corp. And as I always say, toodles.